Hey, this is Steve O. I'm here with Fabian Washington, cornerback for the Baltimore Ravens. Uh, Pleased to be joined with Fabian today. Unfortunately, Fabian is sidelined right now with a knee injury. Just want to check up and see how everything's going on the knee front and see how you're doing. How's
Yeah,
everything going with you, Fabian? Good?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm in good spirits. We're winning ball games, so I can't be too down.
I hear you. That's important. You guys playing well, as you say, and looking forward to making that stretch run in December to get into the playoffs. And tell us, what do you think it's going to take for the Ravens to get into the playoffs this year?
First of all, we got to take care of business. We got 3 games left. I feel like we got to go 3-0 in those games. But we need a little help from a team tonight. We kind of need Indy to knock off Jacksonville. That would help us out a lot.
Okay, that's a good possibility. Indianapolis is playing some
I
good
think
ball.
so.
Yeah, they are. I want to talk to you a little bit about playing cornerback in the NFL. The differences between college and the NFL. In your opinion, what was the main thing that you had to learn or focus in on? The nuances. What was the biggest hurdle, the biggest difference in the two games?
I'm gonna tell you, in college, I played off strictly skill. I just I I just really felt I was better than any receiver you're gonna put in front of me. And that was the case most of the time. In the NFL, everybody's so you're on the same equal playing field, and sometimes guys are better than you. So you gotta, watch so much film and just see what guys are doing, man. Because if you don't, man, you're so far behind. If you go into a game without watching film, I can promise you is 9 times out of 10 you're going to get killed that game. So I think the biggest difference from college to the pros is you got to be a much smarter football player.
Now, obviously, on your Ravens defense, you guys have had a history of just excellent play, years and years of dominance, really. And you play with a future Hall of Famers in Ray Lewis. You play in the secondary with a future Hall of Famer in Ed Reed. What's it like going to work every day and working with those guys and being in the backfield with Ed and being in the defensive huddle with Ray? What is that like? What kind of intensity, what kind of attitude do they bring?
Yeah, playing with Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, man, it's amazing, man. Those guys, they make you step up your game 100% because you know they're gonna come with it every day. I mean, practice and game. We be at practice, and a lot of the times when the offense break the huddle, those guys are calling out the offensive play before the offense even snap the ball, just because they know when the offense align in certain formation, they run certain plays. So if you want to be on their level, you have to study just as much as them, just so you can do the same when you're at practice and in the game, and so you can make plays just like those guys.
When you're in the secondary, when you're lining up, you mostly what do you like to play preferably? Do you like to bump and run? Do you like to play man? Do you guys play more zone? I mean, what favors you? Does it matter? I mean, tell me a little bit about that.
I'm a guy that I try to mix it up, but I do play more off coverage just because I just feel like I get a better read off the quarterback, his 3-step drop, and I can read receiver splits better if I'm playing from off. But if I got to mix it up, with a quicker receiver, I like to put my hands on him at the line, so I go up and press. But a big guy, I'm definitely going to play off because I don't think there's a big guy in the league that can run past me. So I'm gonna play with my speed instead of being physical with a big guy.
So there is no predetermined way. I mean, it depends on who you're lined up. I mean, there's no defense where they say this is what you're doing and that's it. You have the give and take, so to speak, to do what you want to do.
Pretty much, hey, yeah, you're a pro. They give you the tools to go into the game to play with. Once you get in the game, you got to use the tools, the best of your knowledge, and the best way that's gonna help the team win.
Just get the job done, right?
Get the job done. That's the whole key.
Yep. All right. So thinking about that, who is the toughest wide receiver that you faced in your NFL career? Who is the best, in your opinion, that you've gone up against and said, man, that guy's just got some straight skills?
Man, I don't think it's just one. I think it's a handful of them, man. Because this league, people are always trying to point out who's the best receiver. I don't think it is a best receiver because I think all of the good receivers and the great receivers in this league are great for a reason. So any one of them can like literally kill you in any game. But I would have to say one, a couple of the toughest would be, of course, Randy Moss, Chad Johnson, and Andre Johnson. All three of those guys are just physical beasts to guard. So you gotta, like I mentioned before, you gotta go into the game knowing some things that they're gonna do, so you can jump some routes.
Now, Deion Sanders once said, if you show me a corner that can hit, I'm going to show you a corner that can't cover. Now, in the NFL, running backs are getting big. You know, you got guys like Brandon Jacobs and some big backs. How do you approach helping out in the run game, and what do you have to do when you know a guy's coming at you who outweighs you maybe by 50 pounds? I mean, is there a different approach you take when you're trying to step up and run support against a bigger back?
I can say this. Luckily, I play on a pretty good defense where running backs don't get out to me too often. But when they do, you just gotta saw them in half their legs. So I go right for their legs, and they usually go down.
All right. That sounds like something like that I'd probably do too. I don't think I'd be trying to take anybody head on, especially when they're
Not at
that
all.
big.
Not at all.
So as you get ready now, what's the future hold for you? Now you're obviously had your surgery. You're back on your rehab stint, and you're doing your thing. What is the time frame? When can we expect to see you back out in the field doing your thing?
Man, I'm pretty positive I'll be ready to go by the beginning of training camp next year. That I shouldn't if I don't have any setbacks, I'll be ready to rock and roll by the beginning of training camp, and hopefully within after 4 months I'll be able to start running around again. You know, I have recently started walking on it again, and I feel great. You know, it's just right now you're trying to get the full range of motion back in your knee, which is really tough. So I think once I get the full range and the pain leaves, it'll be downhill from there.
Well, we all wish you the best of luck. We hope to see you back out there. We know you'll work hard and you'll get it done, and you'll be back out there 100% ready to contribute. And I want to thank you very much today for spending some time with us here at Skinnypost.com and giving us the inside scoop on how you're doing and what the Ravens have to do and a little bit of the NFL. We really appreciate your time, Fabian. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I'm free anytime. You know, I'm on IR, and that's the Skinny on Skinnypost.com.